Hi everyone, so if you can see, my face base is already done. I haven't set my foundation because I'm doing a review on CHOSUNGAH, I think is this Korean brand that is really amazing. And if you can see, my base is looking really flawless, but I swear I haven't been putting a lot of product on, like really minimal, and it looks this good. So really dewy, really fresh. And if you want to see that review, it's a brand focused review, so do check it out below. But yeah, if you can see, my makeup semi done because I'll be reviewing these gorgeous Natasha Denona palettes. Let's have a moment. Okay, that's done. Yeah, so if you want to stay tuned to see how all these palettes work on my eyes, then just keep on watching. For starters, I'm going to just prime my lids with the Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base from NARS. Okay, so I have 3 palettes. I have the number 4, number 9 and number 10. So as and when I reach into the different palettes, I'll just indicate which palette I use. Just to neutralize my base, they're mostly shimmer shades. There are only, okay, let's do this. In the number 4 palette, the iconic one that keeps getting sold out, there's only this one matte satin shade. The number 9 palette, there are no matte shades. They're all shimmers. The number 10 palette, there are 2 matte shades. So as you can see, it's pretty much a shimmer kind of look we're going for. But yeah, let's try to make it work. What I'll do is, on this eye I will use my fingers, and on this eye I'll use a brush. So I'm just going in with the silver shade, this shade right here. Oh my goodness, that's how it looks. By the way, I picked all this up from Beautylish, which is my all-time favorite store. But yeah, on this eye, can you see that? I mean, this is an eye look already done. I don't need to do much to it. Okay, so I mean, I had to swatch it off the back of my hand because I knew it's gonna be incredibly pigmented. Okay, so let's try it with a brush. So it's slightly more sheer with a brush, as you can see on both eyes, this one and this one. So I'm just going to build it up to look like the same intensity as the other eye. If not, it will look quite weird. I think I'm going to go in with mattes at this point, just because the shimmers are looking really pigmented. At the end of this video, as I'm doing my review, I'll insert swatches of each individual palette, so hold your horses and wait till the end of the video to see the beautiful swatches. But yeah, just to finish up this eye look, because I don't think piling on the pigments upon one another will really make this eye look really good. So just know that these are like semi-foiled, semi-shimmer, semi-glitter kind of shadows, so it's a bit tricky to think that they will build upon one another really well. But I'm going to take that matte brown in the number 4 palette. Okay, to maybe make this eye look a little more warm, because I just put that crease shade in, I'm thinking what I can do is put a gold shimmer closer to the crease shade so that there's a transition of cool tones, the silver shimmer to the warm tones. So this is how the gold looks like in the number 4 palette. And actually, quite a shocker, they do build upon one another really well, but I don't think that if you go past building on like 2 or 3 of these shadows, you won't have an issue, but if you use your fingers and pat it on top of one another, it seems to be working really well. And just to clean up, to make it more cat eye looking, I'm just going to use a bit of concealer and swipe it upwards. So that just cleans it up and makes it a lot more feline looking and sultry looking. So that's how the palettes go. I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll get back to you. Okay, so that's the whole look done, and on my face I have a lot of Korean products from this brand called CHOSUNGAH, and if you want to see that you can check out the description box below. But if you are liking the other elements on my face, do check that out because I'm doing a one brand tutorial on that. But for the eyes, on these 3 palettes, you guys have just saw all the swatches, and I mean, what bad can I say, honestly? It's a bit tricky to review these because as I'm swatching them, I'm trying to identify what kind of finishes they provide. I feel like there are 3 types of finishes. I might be wrong, but if I am, do check out the blog post for more accurate information. But based on the touch and feel in my hand, there is a satin shade which includes shimmer, a glitter shade which is like almost like a foil finish, and a matte shade. So even the mattes have somewhat of a satin finish, it's not like a pure matte. So what I have to say about the palettes in totality is that the formulation is incredible and very, very high quality, which explains the price point. But I'm thinking that if there had to be a downside, and if I had to be critical, the mattes perform really underwhelmingly. I mean, that's also not a bad point because with all the pigmentation going on, I like that, you know, the matte shades can be built up and it's a little more sheer. But looking at how pigmented everything else is, the mattes are really underwhelming, unfortunately. I mean, it's a little patchy and it's not fully, it doesn't give me the same like, oh my goodness, this is so good kind of vibes as the shimmers and as the foiled shadows. So yeah, I mean, that is just commenting on the formulation wise. But other than that, the color combis in each of the palette 5s, it's incredible. Like, this gives me so much inspiration to do like many other looks. And I used to be an avid fan of the foiled makeup geek, and I use the word used to because now, knowing that these exist and I have them in my collection, I will definitely grab this and go when I'm like busy and I don't know what to do with my eyes for a wedding or for a formal occasion. I'm just gonna grab these and go because I know that they will give me excellent payoff and they will just make my lids look so glossy and so perfect for any formal occasion. These, I think I will have to strike a balance on how to wear these every day, but when I do, I will do a tutorial on them. But based on the three that I picked up, which is the one that I gravitate to the most, I would say these two, just because they're neutral everyday shades, but also this one just because, I mean, for a spring summer look I would like to change it up and use, you know, the bright colors as liners or even as a pop of color under the eye. So yeah, there's so many things you can do with this palette, and I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you want true to color pictures, swatches, check all my socials. I'll be posting a million pictures up there because I also took pictures of the swatches. But yeah, big shout out to Beautylish for being able to stock these beautiful products from Natasha Denona. And yeah, without further rambling, I thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. So with that, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!